because of how the water is falling in certain areas. So we did.
Alright, so welcome back to the Lost Garden channel, doing some more local news footage as they are basically taking boats through the lower parts of town. This is earlier today, and trying to rescue people. It is currently dark in the city, and we are still helping, well, trying to help coordinate people. We might actually have some people that got rescued earlier. Thanks to anybody who shared and liked the video. Might have some people coming over to stay with us for the night. Hopefully they can find some accommodations with better room tomorrow. But I'm just going to let this run for a little while in case you want to see what's going on here in Baton Rouge, or in case you don't have TV service, because it's hard for us to get our antenna to work. That's the spot that we wound it up with right there, up there.
Wound up, not winded up.
Wounded. Well, we wound it up with that spoot. Yeah. After about half an hour of fucking with the damn thing.
And she mentioned some folks are there at the, and I wasn't clear on that. Perhaps you understood or something to do with some of the folks being there at the Walmart, at a Walmart there, somewhere
sure,
in
that was
the
last
Walker
night.
area.
That's on Pete's Highway. So last night on Pete's Highway, there was a bunch of people that had been evacuated from, I guess, right around south of the Walmart on Pete's Highway. Right. Nonetheless, the Louisiana National Guard brought them there, as you just said, and they had some challenges getting out of there. That they ended up getting on a bus and trying to get out of there, but couldn't. Never really heard back from what happened with that. But right now, this is a live shot of Bayou Manchac near Santa Maria. Photojournalist Joe McCoy is bringing us these pictures, and you can see just how much water that is. Unbelievable. Again, this is right near Bayou Manchac.
Water is literally raging between Santa Maria and Manchac Place. We're on a boat right now, and literally Bayou Manchac has spilled over its banks. This is what is going. You see the current right now. It is moving west and going over I-10. Again, we're on a boat between Santa Maria and Manchac Place. There are multiple homes here along Old Perkins Road, historic Old Perkins Road. This is the road that you get to Bayou on, right over there on Highland Road. You can see it's completely inundated with
beautiful
water.
houses.
You're looking at a fence right here. There are big homes lining both sides of historic Old Perkins Road. We're entering the Ascension Parish side, where water is literally encroaching upon many of these beautiful homes that that many people sandbagged before they wound up leaving. Just obviously too dangerous for them to stay as this water just got too high. We're looking right now at a home, a chain link fence. You can see the electricity is still on to this home here on the right-hand side of Old Perkins. A large fence. There are gas lanterns are burning here. Again, we're on Old Perkins between Santa Maria and Manchac Place, where it is completely inundated with water. This is Bayou Manchac that has spilled over I-10, closing it now in both directions.
Creepy and cool looking.
We're coming up now to the Ascension Parish side. If you're looking at the current, you can see it is moving so fast.
It's just sad.
That's because
this isn't that far from where I work. I mean, that's probably a 10 to 15 minute drive from my office right there, where they are.
Literally spilled over its banks. If we can take a look to the left,
that's one of the most historic neighborhoods in the South, actually.
Yeah.
Those are multi-million-dollar homes right there.
Where the homeowners have sandbagged the homes. I'm told the water is continuously rising here. The homeowners have noticed that it's continuously coming up about an inch an hour or so. But they're hoping with the sandbags there that they can prevent it from going into the homes. These gentlemen were nice enough to have us on board their boat. You guys were doing rescue missions all day today. How many people would you estimate you guys brought to safety?
Actually, tired too.
Getting here, Tom, we're still trying to get back to Gulf Springs. Trying to get my brother's fiance and her family out. The problem is all the roads are closed down, so we have to find alternative route, which is harder because if I know in that area, lose cell phone service, lose GPS service. So kind of shooting in the dark almost.
Yesterday, though, you were able to get some people out. Didn't you tell me that?
Yesterday, I was in right near our house in Louisiana, working alongside a couple of people, and we probably got out about 30 people, and they called it off. Sent us
up. I saw that kind of looks like Nick in the back.
Like I said, we lost cell phone service and couldn't find that alternative route we were talking about.
What made you guys want to, obviously, take it upon yourselves to help all these people who are kind of stranded?
I work at a volunteer nonprofit. I'm a volunteer, but I've been there for years. And honest to God, man, I volunteer my time for public safety and in any way that I can give back and help.
You see this flood just ever proportions here in the Baton Rouge area, surrounding communities, Devon Springs, Zachary, Central, all these communities that are now fighting, to just protect their lives now, because water has just encroached on their homes. What is that like for you as a first responder to be able to help people?
I mean, it means a great deal. As long any way I can help, like I said, there's a lot of people out there. We've actually, including yesterday, would you like to go out safely? And, a lot of them have told us no. They're going to stay. We want to stay with our home. Our loved ones. So it's hard to turn people down, but again, we can't force it. If you're going to stay, just know the risk you're taking. Please have water, all your needs. Have a way out. That's a plan always. Like I said, safety.
Which a lot of the public officials were telling us that creates a whole other set of challenges because so many of the people who have decided to stay and then have to get rescued again puts your lives in danger.
Right. Meaning, we have to go back into that area not knowing if water has risen, currents have, started picking up, or what's going on. So we're going back in as if we're going back in the first time ever. And it puts a lot of risk on us going back again for a second time, because it could have been challenging the first time to get there. And, that's why we urge everybody to come the very first time, especially with us, we get you to safety and drive.
Roger, 40,000.
You're a volunteer firefighter for the police department.
Bishop Ian Peters.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
Again, we are on a boat. We're kind of docking. We're launching it right now, trying to get to drier ground. We're putting it on the trailer right now. But just want to give our viewers a look at what Old Perkins looked like, historic Old Perkins Road looked like here.
It was 38,000 20 minutes ago.
Between
It's like going up even faster now.
Again, many of these beautiful
I
homes.
want to see what
Private man shack, this whole Perkins Road look like they're above water, but could possibly be taking it on soon. Many of them had sandbagged. But again, as long as this Bayou man shack stops rising, these homes that appear to be just basically inundated with water might be okay. But water is very close to coming in. For now, that is the very latest here along Old Perkins Road. Let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Chris Nakamoto down in Ascension Parish, East Baton Rouge Parish, parish line right there. It appears that Chris has been on the Ascension Parish side all day. So what they did is they found some guys with a boat. They put in there, right there on Old Perkins, went down to look at the flooding, and then they came back, and that's where they are now. And of course, Ascension Parish officials think that man shack could rise even more than it already has, and that obviously affects people all up and down through Baton Rouge, all the tributaries here flowing to man shack.
You saw a lot of those homes, they had the sandbags there. I'm hoping that those folks were able to evacuate their homes, that they're not trying to ride this one out, that they've heed the warning of a lot of people, because that's what we heard from the woman with the OEP earlier when she was giving the update on what's happening with the river stages and of course the nationals and what's happening, and just urging people to get out of those areas versus trying to stay because of the fact that the water was rising and rising so quickly, asking them to leave.
Yeah, and we heard from the Ascension officials that there's a lot of misinformation out there. There are no breaches in the levees in Ascension Parish. Some other misinformation that we heard today was that Baton Rouge water was cutting the water off. That, of course, was not true either. So a lot of this stuff spreads like a wildfire on social media, we try to do for you is to get that confirmed from the proper channels and get it to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, we're waiting on a press conference from the governor. It's about 8:50 now, and he's expected to speak at about 9 o'clock. And we know that he will update us on what is going on with our state with regards to rescues and other types of assistance that is available. We heard earlier from Garrett Graves and him talking about some of the legislation that they're hoping to work on to make it easier, because so many folks who are being affected by the floods don't have flood insurance. So what is the plan B in addition to, we're getting the federal assistance, but other types of avenues, financial avenues, will be available to help people get their lives back, to rebuild their lives.
He said that what they don't want is another Katrina-like FEMA trailer situation, and they don't want to make this round 2 of that, and they're going to try to do everything they can to make sure it's not.
But what he said is that they are going to have to work on some type of housing. He called it a Katrina trailer scenario type thing, because it's so many people displaced.
Sure.
So they've got to come up with something that does not have the formaldehyde and all of that that we saw associated with the trailers that the folks had to use right after a Katrina. So they're got to figure out something. He said that they're already working on some type of legislation to help these folks. And quite interesting, he talked about the fact that one of the arguments that they make is that because with the Corps of Engineers, the projects that they were working on, and a lot of that hadn't happened, but your taxpayer dollars are still going toward the project, the conversion, conversion canal project that they talked about specifically. So since your property dollars have been paying for that, then something has to be done to try to accommodate so many of you who've been displaced.
And quickly, we need to get out to Michael Cobble. He's live on Florida Boulevard near Cortana Mall. I believe this is an evacuation of a nursing home, Michael.
Yeah, so we've actually pushed down Florida towards Denham, and we're past Sherwood, and much of this area was underwater yesterday. We're at the Capitol House Nursing Center and Rehabilitation Center, and there are about 20 ambulances where they're evacuating this facility. I could not get any answer as to whether they intend to lose power with the facility or why the evacuation is underway right now. They told me to wait for media spokespeople, but we were just trying to get you some pictures and some information here. From what I can gather, though, these people are going to various parts of the state. One of the gentlemen on one of the gurneys that was being put into an ambulance when I was up there a minute ago was heading to Alexandria. So clearly there is a lot of commotion going on, and 20 ambulances in one area that they decide for anyone to see. The good news is that as we got closer to this part of Florida Boulevard, the traffic has really subsided, and it was a shame on our way down here on Airline. There's tons of people out and about that don't need to be out and about, stopping at the Red Box to get DVDs and whatnot. But really, in the problem areas, which we are starting to get into right now, the high water areas in these neighborhoods, not as many people out and about. And this is being evacuated. They're putting most of the patients into these ambulances and taking them elsewhere. A number of Acadian services, some other nondescript ambulance services as well. Pafford, it's not an ambulance that I've seen myself, but they have crews from all over the state here, and they're going to be taking these patients to various parts of the state, getting them out of this facility right now. This is a SAGE Rehabilitation Center, so possibly they're taking them to more of those company facilities throughout the state.
So speaking of such facilities being evacuated, dear, you want to tell them what your sister's going through right now?
So my sister is an OBGYN nurse at Ochsner Hospital on O'Neill Lane, and she's been sending me updates through Facebook of they've been evacuating all the patients. All the babies in the NICU have been evacuated, and the hospital itself has started taking on water. All the babies in the NICU are being taken to Women's Hospital, and I'm pretty sure that all of the patients are being moved to the Ochsner Bluebonnet locations. However, I'm not entirely 100% on that. But that just goes to show you how scary it is when a hospital starts taking on water. And my sister, of course, is concerned, being an OB nurse, she's concerned about all their NICU babies.
So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this little take up here. Thanks for watching. Keep praying for Louisiana. And like and subscribe so more people see these videos and more people can pray for Louisiana. And we'll be letting y'all know what kind of out-of-state type stuff we need sent in here. We've been pretty prepared for disasters for a while now since Katrina. But
we
the
had
way
no
this
warning.
happened, we're going to run out of supplies in a couple of days.
We had no warning. So again,
No warning.
Again, for those of y'all saying we ought to be used to stuff like this because we get hurricanes all the time. Yeah, we get hurricanes all the time that come with warning. There was absolutely no warning for
This was literally everybody woke up to a flash flood. The school buses turned around and came back while the water was rushing in. Okay.
The school buses were coming back before the parents were notified that the school buses were coming back. Let's put it that
I mean,
way.
this was some serious shit, y'all. But like I said, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, comment below, and share these videos if you can. Peace.